Shalom. In Berlin, Abbas says Israel committed holocausts and Scholz grimaces but is silent. Chancellor later tells outraged German media such use of the term is unbearable. PA leader makes comments while declining to express regret for the Munich massacre. Reacting to the incident, Israeli Prime Minister Yair Lapid called Abbas's comments a moral travesty and a terrible distortion. Abbas was responding to a reporter's question about the upcoming anniversary of the Munich massacre half a century ago. 11 Israeli athletes and a German police officer died after members of the Palestinian militant group Black September took hostages at the Olympic Village on September 5, 1972. At the time of the attack, the group was linked to the Abbas Fatah party. Asked whether as Palestinian leader he planned to apologize to Israel and Germany for the attack ahead of the 50th anniversary, Abbas responded instead by citing allegations of atrocities committed by Israel since 1947. If we want to go over the past, go ahead, Abbas said, speaking Arabic. I have 50 slaughters that Israel committed, 50 massacres, 50 holocausts. He said, taking careful to pronounce the final word in English. The government spokesman then told the journalists who were still present, who could not help noticing the Chancellor's annoyance, how outraged the Chancellor was about the statement, and also that he had not had the opportunity to openly contradict Abbas one more time. In a statement to the Bild, Scholz added, especially for us Germans, any relativization of the Holocaust is unbearable and unacceptable. Lapid tweeted on Monday night that Abbas's statement about 50 holocausts while on German soil is not only a moral travesty but a terrible distortion. History will not forgive him. Germany responded. The PLO leader would have gained sympathy if he had apologized for the terrorist attack on Israeli athletes at the Munich Olympics in 1972. Accusing Israel of 50 holocausts instead is the disgusting speech ever heard in the German chancellery. Abbas, who frequently accuses Israel of practicing apartheid, said in Berlin that Israel's undermining of the two-state solution based on the 1967 borders and turning it into a one-state reality with an apartheid regime will not serve security and stability in the region. Said Scholz, naturally we have a different assessment with a view to Israeli politics, and I want to expressly say I do not espouse the use of the word apartheid, and I do not think it correctly describes the situation. And you've got to bear in mind as well in all of this that Abbas is a very big proponent of the Holocaust denial movement, that there was no Holocaust and the Germans killed nobody, which is an absolute load of tripe, that the Jews were somehow working with the Nazis against their own people and the world. It's a sick and evil virus that's out there. And he is still pushing this. Now, going to visit Germany to try and seek their aid in your situation for your agenda, and then refusing to apologize, and one of their people even died in the Munich massacre. It just shows you who Israel's dealing with in trying to make peace, and how rampantly evil this man is to just flippantly use the Holocaust in sentences like that, but in the other breath he actually writes a whole thesis and dissertation on the fact that there is no Holocaust. So, twisted, minded evil. So, yeah, interesting. I think he dealt himself and his organization a bigger blow by trying to deal Israel a blow. So, interesting how the turntables, as we like to say, instead of how the tables are turned. How the turntables. Interesting. Have a great day. God bless. Shalom.